It feels like just yesterday we're entering the new year. Now we find ourselves at the end of March, already 3 months in. It's pretty crazy to think how fast this year is already flying by. So I want to do another quick recap to show you what I carried this month. A lot of it stayed the same, yet shockingly enough, I actually have 2 big new additions. So without further ado, let's get into it and see what I carried for the month of March. First up is actually a brand new addition, and it's a pretty big one at that. This is a new multi-tool coming from Victorinox. The same Victorinox that makes Swiss Army knives. They've made multi-tools. I've never actually got my hands on one, so I was really excited to try it out. This month I actually said goodbye to my Leathermans, put those in a drawer, and I picked this up on the secondary market on Blade Binge for a really good deal. I think I picked this up for around 60 bucks. This is the Victorinox Swiss Tool Spirit X, and so far I really like it. The plier heads don't look as robust as a Leatherman, doesn't have replaceable wire cutters, but other than that, it's really nice. All the edges are chamfered and smooth, so it's really comfortable in hand. The finish is really nice, though it picks up fingerprints like crazy. But the biggest thing about this is all the tools are outside accessible. You don't have to open the tool and pull them out. They're all from the outside. That's really cool. Some of my Leathermans have that feature and I really enjoy it. I haven't really used this a ton, but so far so good. One of the biggest things is all these tools are locking. You pull down this little coil looking thing and it all locks. So far it's really cool. Really like that it has big scissors. Scissors are one of my most used feature in a multi-tool. So really nice scissors here. I haven't done a lot of testing on it, so I can't really say if it's better than a Leatherman. But so far right now, I really like it and enjoy it. I wish it had a pocket clip. Instead, it came with this little small janky leather sheath. Don't love that. But other than that, it's really cool. These are pretty pricey, so I was really excited to pick one up on the secondary market pretty cheap. I'll have a video on this just by itself coming out soon, and maybe we can compare one to a Leatherman just to see how much they really differ. But so far, I really like it. Staying with the Victorinox theme, this is another knife I like to carry, and this is the Victorinox Pioneer X and A-Locks. And this is when I really don't want to carry a full-size multi-tool. I'll instead pivot to this. I really like this guy. It's a little bulky, but it's actually not that bad in the pocket. It's still pretty slim and smaller than a full-size multi-tool. Has a knife, flathead, bottle opener, can opener, little pry tools, an awl, and most importantly, a nice pair of really big scissors. Really like this tool. I use it quite a bit. I've actually surprised myself how often I carry this. If you want to see more about this specific knife, I have a video that I did just a little while back that actually got a lot of support, so thank you so much. But so far, it's probably my favorite Swiss Army knife to date. I really like it. Like the form and size factor. It's just awesome. This is the 2022 edition, so this one's a little bit pricey, but I actually just picked this one up on the secondary on Blade Binge, pretty cheap. It came in a package deal. I got it with this little arc holster. I don't really use this. I just drop this in the pocket instead. And so far, I found it works really great. Really enjoy carrying it. Next up is my knife. I always go through tons of different knives. I'm always testing and reviewing different ones for the channel. But so far this month, I've kind of carried just this one. This is coming from North Mountain Blades, and this is the Chop 2. It's a really cool, almost Japanese-inspired looking knife. Pretty wild blade, kind of Tonto, and then it features these couple different blade steel materials. This one is an SLD Magic, which I have no experience with that steel, so I'm not even going to go into it. But it's a really cool looking knife. It's a button lock, closes, and has a flipper tab on the back. It does have this thumb disc here, but I find it doesn't really work that well. Just stick to the flipper. Pretty cool, nice in hand. Strange kind of pocket clip. It's not deep carry by any means, as this much of the knife will be sticking out, but it's just a pretty cool looking knife, a little bit different and interesting compared to some of my other folders. So I've kind of been carrying this. I enjoy it, but I don't love it. One thing to note that's kind of strange is where that button lock is. They added this kind of design on the back of the G10 scales. It's just kind of a spot that's raised. I would have liked to just sand that down. I don't know. It's just kind of strange to me. I just find myself rubbing that spot, just kind of weird. But overall, it's a pretty cool looking knife. Definitely the look is there, but it's not my favorite. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping this, but I'll have a video on this coming soon on the channel. So if you want to see that, keep your eyes tuned. Next up is my wallet, and this has actually stayed the same for a little bit. This is the Prodigy V2 coming from Leather Tactics over on Etsy. And I really like this wallet just because it's very simple, very small, simple footprint, very thin, minimalist, takes up absolutely no room in the pocket, has a couple slots for cards and then cash. It has a flap here to keep everything secure, and it also has a lanyard hole, which I attached to the lanyard. It's a really simple wallet. Like I said, it's very small and thin, so I like that it takes up no room, especially because I'm broke, so there's not much money in it. But I just really like this wallet. It's really well done. The guy behind it's a really good guy, and overall, it just really works well for me. So I really enjoyed this wallet, and I don't see myself changing it up anytime soon. Next up is kind of a weird one, but there's days where I don't feel like carrying a full-size multi-tool, or even don't really feel like carrying my Swiss Army knife. So instead, I'll pivot and I'll pick up this pocket organizer. And this is coming from 3 Sons Leather Co. And I believe this is called their Light Slip XL. It's a really simple and nicely made leather organizer that I just drop in my front pocket and carry some gear. So let's go through what I actually carry in here. First up, it's a small pry bar coming from Lynch Northwest. I believe this version was called the Eddie because it kind of features Eddie Van Halen looking design on the front. These are made in the United States. Before we go into it, these are very expensive. These are over $100 brand new. I think if you're paying over $100 for a pry bar, good for you. I'm jealous because I don't make that type of money. I picked this one up on Facebook for like 40 bucks. That's a lot more manageable. Just a really simple metal pry bar made in the United States. Features a pocket clip, a pry edge, and a bottle opener. I'm not going to lie to you and say I use this every day or even multiple times a week, but I do use the bottle opener quite a bit when I'm outside drinking a beer. That's just a really nice thing to have. I really like having a bottle opener. And it's also nice having a pry edge just to keep your knife blade still sharp and don't damage it. But once again, these are pretty pricey, so I would not recommend buying these at retail, but you do you. Next up is my flashlight. And before I go into the flashlight, I just want to show you why I love this slip so much. This slip features an opening down here at the bottom. So if you need quick light, you don't have to take the flashlight out of the slip. You can actually still activate it while in the slip and still get the light. So that's one thing I think is pretty cool. But this flashlight should come as no surprise. This is the Menker E052. This is absolutely my favorite budget flashlight of all time. These come in around under $25 for the aluminum versions. They do make a titanium one, but that one's closer to $50. So just stick with the aluminum, save some money. These are really nice because their features are really simple low and a high, very simple click, no crazy UI to cycle through. Pretty bright, I think these are over 1,000 lumens on high, and they're also USB-C rechargeable via this battery that's inside. I would have liked to see onboard charging, but once again, for the price, 25 bucks, I cannot really complain with this light. I might pick up the titanium one in the future, but this one just works so well. Why spend the extra money on the exact same thing? Really, really love this. Cannot recommend this light enough. I will say the pocket clips do ship really tight, so I would recommend taking this apart and kind of stretching the pocket clip out because they ship really tight to the body. You'll have trouble even putting it in your pocket. The last thing I carry in this organizer is a small pen. I don't use a pen a ton, but it's nice to have. This one's really small and just disappears in this without even knowing. This is the Hinderer Investigator pen. And once again, similar to the pry bar, these are made in the United States and they're crazy expensive. And they're always out of stock. I've been wanting one of these for a while just because they look really cool and they're really small. I happened to pick this up on a deal on Blade Binge. I believe I got this and these together. I can't remember, but it was really cheap. I really like it. Just a really small, simple pen. Unscrew the tail cap, right, take your notes. Very small pocket clip on this, and this edge is pretty sharp. It's supposed to be a self-defense tool. I wouldn't use it as that, but it's just a really nice little pen that's simple, fits in here, no problem. And I just kind of like carrying a small pocket organizer in the front pocket because it carries a lot of gear, but it keeps it all compact and safe from rattling around against each other. So really like carrying an organizer, and 3 Sons Leather is absolutely top notch. I love everything I've ever had from them. Up next is my bonus category. This is some of the stuff that just didn't fall in the other categories. But you will be seeing a flashlight and wondering why I did include it in that pocket organizer. That's just because this head is a little bulky for the organizer and doesn't fit that well. I still do carry this flashlight and I do really enjoy it. This is the Skill Hunt. I believe it's the E150. I'll definitely put the link to it below. But this is a recent pickup. I believe I picked it up last month. Still testing it out. This one's a little bit more crazy UI than that Menker, but it's a little bit brighter. Has a 2-way reversible pocket clip and a magnetic tail cap. So it's a little bit of an upgrade over that Menker. I really like it so far. Also features onboard charging, so you don't have to take the battery out. It's pretty cool, but it's also double the price of the Menker. So still doing some testing on it, but so far I really like it. Really cool little flashlight. Next up is probably my most used piece of gear, and that is, of course, my Apple AirPods Pros 2. These have noise canceling. I pop these in all the time. If I need to work, I just pop them in, put some music on, drown out all the other noise. Love having these on a flight, especially for the noise canceling. Maybe you're in a busy restaurant. I honestly cannot live without these. If I lost these tomorrow, I'd go out and buy a brand new pair again. I absolutely love these, cannot recommend them enough. It's pretty interesting looking at the gear that's been bouncing around my pockets this month. So what do you guys think? Is there anything you would swap out, replace with something else, or do you have any suggestions how I can change up my carry? Let me know down in the comments because I absolutely love your guys' feedback. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe to get more videos like this one, and I'll see you in the next one.